Technical Development. Hey guys. Welcome if you're new. My name is Christina. So welcome. And today the video that I'm making is actually almost at 9 o'clock here in Texas at night. I'm going through the books that I have here that I have read, books I own that I have read, and I'm going to talk about each and every one of them and let you know my thoughts on the book. And then I'm going to, afterwards, I watch a little YouTube videos and put the books back where I got them from, of course. So, let's get into this. First of all, we have this book I have read. This book changed my life considerably. I have done some bad things in the past, and it's changed my life considerably. And thanks to Trent Shelton and the book he wrote, The Great Issue, because God has a purpose for you, and that's why you're here on earth, and you need to find your purpose. And I still don't know what my purpose is yet. I haven't found it, but I'm hoping someday I will find it. But it is a good book. The book changed my life. When I bought it, I read it, saved my money for it, bought the book, and it changed my life. Thanks, Trent. He is a good coach as well, and he can help you out. Face reality, release negativity, and love your purpose. The next book I read is one of my favorite books, and I love the author, Michael McLeeds, however he says last name. I'm sorry, dude, if you're watching this video, Michael, and I'm saying your name wrong, forgive me, I'm sorry. But it is The Silent Patient. This book is who, what, when, where, how. You never know what happened in the book, but when you read the ending of this book, it's amazing. Because once you find out really what happens and the real truth at the end of the book, OMG, you're going to be like, holy crud. You're reading and you're thinking, you've got a lot of suspects in this book, and you're thinking, is this person, this person, this person, this person? Who could it be? You'll find out. Read the book and find out at the end, because this is a really good book, and I love this book. The Great Issue, the first book, and this book, these are two books right here that I know I can put on my shelf, and I will read again. I will read this book again. You will see it on Goodreads. Well, it's already on Goodreads that I read it, but if you watch my Instagram stories and my Facebook stories, you'll probably see me posting pictures of me rereading this book, because I am got if you watch my video where I got a coffee can full of books that I have, I will be next year, starting in the month of January, I will be picking one from there, and one book a month that I've already read, I'll be picking out of there to read again, starting in January. So the next book is A Deadly Game of Magic. This is another book I would definitely take off my shelf and read it again. It is amazing. It is a good book. Thrilling, heartwarming, seeking. You got a dark room, and you're trying to, and if you go in this one spot, something happens, and it's like magic, and the magic magician, wants to kill you all. So you gotta watch what you do, and he puts the magic spell on you, and oh my god, it's just a good book. If you have not read it, please go read it. I've never read anything by this author, but when I saw this book at the library, I just knew I had to get it because the cover of it, Deadly Game of Magic, read me, yes, I thought magic. it was like a magic book and gonna show you like magic tricks and stuff like that. At first, that's what I was thinking when I read the back of it. Because here it says a mysterious bag of tricks. And I'm like, okay. Alright, it's good. The next one, I took this on our trip. It's Gardenia. Started reading this before the trip, and I took it on the trip, and I read this book. I would recommend these books. These books I'm showing you now are books that are like, I could put this book on my shelf. I will read this book. The deal with this book is 17-year-old Ivy Erickson has 1 month, 27 days, and 4 hours, 59 minutes, and 2 seconds to live. She is trying to find a way to get the clock off her head to make her live longer. And it's sad, but good, thrilling, and heartwarming. You would like it. If you read it, you would definitely like the book. Now, another book. This is the first book I read by Colleen Hoover. Now, I did read Ugly Love, and I turned it in today at the library, which was the second book of hers that I read, and I did like that one. But so far, the book that I can read again, and I definitely want to read this book again, is Verity. Colleen Hoover, magnificent. This book had me on the edge of my seat. Same with The Silent Patient, had me on the edge of my seat. Game of Deadly Magic, Gardenia had me on the edge of my seat when I was reading them. I could not put this book down. I could not put them books down. I wanted to read until the book was done. I literally, with the book Silent Patient, my husband would be driving in the truck and they'd be either going grocery shopping or going to pay bills. That book was with me. I was in the front seat as he was driving. And he's like, you're not taking the book in the store, are you? And I was like, I would love to take it in the store and read it. But no. Verity's awesome. Good sex scenes, good plot, good ending to the book. And you never would think, what happens in the book, you would never think that, it would happen. Yeah, you'd probably say, I don't think anybody in real life would do that. People in real life do exactly what she did. I've seen it in movies, so if it's in a movie, it's in a book, somebody in real life is going to do it too. Next book that I've read is Fierce as 4'2" by Tara Jo. I love this book. I don't have my name in it. Well, my name is in it, and she actually signed this book. Tara Jo did. Tara, I love her so much. If you ever watched Little Women of LA when it was out, Tara Jo's on there. Little Mama Mia or something like that. I'll have to try to remember what her name is. Link it down below, but she's a little person and she talks about her life story and how everything, and it's amazing. It's an amazing book. Makes me think of me because I'm only 4'9" and she's 4'2", so it's cool. Another good book is The Skin I'm In. There is another book to this one. I do want to read it as well. This is another book, The Skin I'm In. Cannot wait to read the second book of this. I do like this book. I bought this at the library in the kids section. But I did read the book and I like it. And the little girl is scared because she's a little black girl, the skin she's in, and everybody calls her the N-word, and they call her names and pick on her because she is black. And that's not right. The next one, If I Stay, I can read this book again over and over. These books right here, I'm showing you the ones I'm showing you at the beginning of the books. These are books that I've read. Some of these, I'll let you know if I can read again. If I Stay was a good book. There is a book 2 to this one. I do want to get it, own it, and I also want to get it, read it, but When I first saw this book, If I Stay, I read the book, didn't even know there was a movie out at first. And I bought this book in 2022. No, I didn't buy this book in 20. Well, it says 2022 inside, but I didn't buy this book in 2022. I bought this book probably because I bought the movie when my son was here, my oldest son. I probably bought it maybe, no, I don't think 2022. Probably about maybe 2020. No, probably lower than that. But anyway, who cares when I bought the book? But I bought the book at the library, and the other book is Where She Went, and there's a couple other ones that are on here as well. And I bought the book, and then we were at Walmart, and my son said, "Mom, you got that book?" And I said, "Yeah." "Well, come on, I'll get you the movie." And he bought me the movie. So, and then somebody stole the movie. So, I think I know who took the movie, but I'm not gonna worry about it because it's in the past. I think it was my son's ex-girlfriend. But anyway, and this one is The Lady's Room, another good book. She inherited everything in this book. Oh my god. Her aunt's trinkets, her aunt's house, her aunt's money, everything. But what she did not know that her aunt knew and her cousins knew is that the day she married her husband, he was cheating on her the whole time they were dating and on their wedding day. Good book. I definitely would read this book again. Another book that I read was, and I have the movie of it, The Shack. But I loaned that book to a friend of mine because she went out and bought the movie, but she does not want to watch the movie. She wants to read the book first. And then she said after she reads the book, then she's going to watch the movie. And if she does like the book, she wants to go buy the book. So I told her she can go to a Christian bookstore and you can probably buy the book. Another book I read, The Secret Language of Girls, another good book. This is a book series, and there's other books to this. And on the back of this book, this author wrote a book called Where I'd Like to Be, and she also wrote a book called Chicken Boy. I have Chicken Boy, and I bought the other book because I love this author. I'm going to read Chicken Boy and the other books to see if I like them or not. I just recently found out that Half Price Books, books you don't want, you don't like, they will buy the books from you. So some of these books that I do talk about, I'll probably be having through Half Price Books that I do not like. Next, The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jen Han. I don't have Netflix, so or Netflix or anything or Amazon Prime right now, so I can't watch the TV series. But this was an awesome book. I took this on my trip. I read it. I believe. No, I didn't. I'm gonna give this book a 4 stars, but it was good. I would grab this book again and read it. I want to get the other two so I can have the whole collection. That way I can sit down one summer or sit down one day and say, hey, let's read this book series and let's start with this book and so forth and so on. And I definitely want to do that as well. Same with this one. This one's a Netflix series. To All the Boys I Loved Before. I read all of them. This is the only one I own right now. I do want to get the other one. P.S. I Still Love You. I read that one. I need to read Always and Forever. I need to read that one. So, but I want to try to get book 2 of this one. So I have the collection as well. Fireproof is another book I read. I've also read The Love Dare. I don't have the book Fireproof. I do not know where that book's at. I had a box of books, and that book was actually in the box, and it's not there. So, but this one was good. It's not something I would probably go back and get and read again, but I got this book in 2012. So anyway, Lisa William Klein is a very good author, and she writes the book series Sisters in All Seasons, and I got book 5, Seasons of Changes, and I did not know, honestly, that this was book 5 of the book, and I did not know that there was other books of this one. I just thought this was just one book, and we were at the Christian bookstore, and then I opened it up, and got the Summer of Wolves, which I read. I got coming in the library Wild Horse Springs, and you got Blue Autumn Cruise, Winter Ties, and then you got this book. So another good book. I got this book in 2021. I gave this book a 5 stars because she is good. So if you got like a young teenage daughter or young adult, these books would be good for them to read. I love reading young adult books because some YR young adult books are very, very, very interesting. Another book, With the Heart. Another book I read, which is awesome. It's a very short book. I did get it in 2023. Short book, took me a day to read it. Just also recently finished Looking for Alaska. I've talked about this book already. What I thought it was about the crew, like these guys on a ship, and they're looking for Alaska because they're going out there to go deep sea fishing. Nope, it's a romance book. And looking for love, and I actually got this book for $6.99 limited time only. Sweet, love it. Alright, another book I read, which is an okay book, and that is Heart Failure. I don't know if I really want to keep. I gave this book 2 stars. So I really don't know if I want to keep this in my book collection or if I want to get rid of it. I know I've never heard people talk about this book. And I kind of would like to have books that people don't talk about, because I'm even thinking about reading this on my other YouTube channel, or even this YouTube channel as well. I'm thinking about starting on this YouTube channel next year, picking a book to read, and this may be one that I do literally read, and we go from there. Another book I read was Pride and Justice and Zombies. The movie was awesome. The book is good. I like it as well. And it does have some pictures in here. Good book. 90 Minutes in Heaven. A good movie. Very good book as well. It does talk about, and this is based on a true story, and it talks about the guy in just pictures. Then you have the next book, Heaven for Real. I've then watched this movie like 50 billion times, and it does have pictures of the family, and it's based on a true story as well. Just like I read the book War Room, I have the movie. Like I said, I got a box of books somewhere, and I have to find them. Whoa. I read the book Residence, another pretty good book. I have tabs on spots where I wanted to go back and read that particular section of the book. Another good book as well. Okay, then we have here, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all all three of the 50 Shades. Okay, a book though. All of the 50 Shades, 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades of Feed. Very good books. Sorry about that, getting back in. This video is going to be long. So we have The Fault in Our Stars. I had the movie, but somebody in the family took the movie from me. Because my husband bought me the book and the movie for Valentine's Day one year. Then I also have another John Green book, Turtles All the Way Down. John Green is a very good author, and yes, I do have a brother-in-law named John Green, but no, he's not the author of this book. The other book I read, The Host. It's a very thick book. I took this book on a trip, and I started reading this book, and it didn't take me long at all to read it, but I got it done. I finished it when I got home, so I was excited about that one. Then I have This Fortune Cookie, another good book as well. It's part of a book series. This is the Immortal book series. We have Shadowland, which I read, and I read Blue Moon. I think let's see. Oh, she writes Alison Noel. It's Cruel Summer. Alison Noel wrote this book too. Alison Noel wrote this book. It doesn't say. It doesn't say on here if this is book one or what it is, but I believe this is book one. And then of course then you have, no, Blue Moon's not book one, because it was showed. I don't know what book is what, but I read Blue Moon. Anyway, on here it says Evermore, and then it shows Blue Moon. So, and I haven't read Evermore, and then yeah, and then on back here it says Evermore, and then Evermore and Blue Moon. So Shadowland may be book one. Let's see here. What to figure out? I don't know, but you can always look up Alison Noel and find out more about these books as well. Anybody out there with a book I just recently finished reading? It is a book series. I didn't like the book. I do not want to buy the other books to go with it, so I'm actually getting rid of that book. The same with Dragon Rider. I read this book as well. I promised the book to my son, and he told me he has a whole book series. He didn't want it, so I'm going to get rid of that book as well. I also read, I believe this is book 3 of Unnecessary Evil. I bought this at the library, and I was not impressed with this book at all, so it's another book I want to get rid of. Same with this one. A Long Ride Home is another book I want to get rid of. I did have some books, other books too as well. So, then another book I read, it's not what I thought it would be, it's not for me, and that was Adam and Eve 2. I did not care for that book as well. And the last 3 books here, I did not care for, was Pieces of Her. This is a book series, You've got the next one, which is The Good Daughter and Pretty Girls, and pieces of her, and the other ones. I'm just now seeing people reading this book, and I've already read it, but there's a Netflix movie on it, and it's not something I definitely want. Love both Wave and Practice. This book, I'm actually going to get rid of as well. I do not want this book either. I did not like it. It was not a book for me. And the same with Finding Joe. I only bought this book because it said Joe on it, and I love Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block, but did not like the book. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's longer than I expected it to be, so I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of more videos. And until next time, guys, I love y'all and hope you have a blessed, wonderful night. Night, guys.